Hey friends, it's Nicole with Two Broke Housewives in Waco, Texas. You guys that have been following me know that I started these nightstands for a Houston client, and they're getting picked up at the end of this month. And I had some dental issues, and they've been sitting here. And I got up this morning, and Ryan went back to work in Puerto Rico. And we have this like nice soft drizzle falling, and it feels like a winter here in Texas because I don't know, it's probably 70 something degrees. That's like Arctic blizzard here. And there's a nice drizzle falling, and the kids haven't come out and bothered me, and I thought I would just get started on this. So I have already rub and buffed the hardware in silver leaf, and I will show that to y'all in a minute when I'm done. And I have already, last time I silver leaf for y'all, I used the spray metal leaf adhesive, and a lot of y'all said, well, wouldn't a wipe on be easier? And to each his own. I kind of prefer the messiness and the inability to predict where the leafing. Hey, Miss Debbie. I like the spray adhesive because I like the unpredictability of where the leafing will go. This, of course, I forgot to get the bottle off my workbench, but I put it on here with one of my, chip brushes off Amazon. I just put it on here in no particular, you can't hardly see it. You can see a sheen where I wiped it and where I didn't, but I just went ahead and wiped the leafing adhesive on to the ends of these drawers, all 6 of them. And it takes like 30 minutes to tacky up, which is what I don't like. Hey, Tina. I want to see a piece in all metals, like mixing metals. That'd be awesome. But that's what I don't like about the wipe-on adhesive, is that I have to sit here and wait. Y'all know I'm not good at being still and waiting on stuff. And so while this was happening, I did all the hardware, which is right up here. I did all the hardware in rub and buff and silver leaf, and this is now super tacky. But for some reason, it's my OCD popping or something. This is just not my favorite way to silver leaf. Hey, Cindy. But I'm positive there are those of y'all that would way prefer to leaf with a wipe-on adhesive rather than a spray adhesive. So this is my package of the Chappy metal leaf that is in my Amazon store. It's $1,100 for 300 sheets. You get 100 silver, 100 gold, and 100 rose gold / copper. So, and it comes like this. And I have not even opened. I keep thinking, my Lord, my hair's going to swing around in that adhesive, and y'all are going to be like, see me like this with my hair glued to a nightstand. But here is the silver leafing. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I want to tell the truth. I think this is the first time I've silver leafed. I've gold leafed a heck of a lot. I've coppered. I think this might be the first time I've used silver. So, I'm going to show y'all this. So it comes in each piece. There's 100 of each color, and each piece is divided by thin pieces of paper. And this is metal leafing. And I would highly recommend that if you have a strong wind or a fan going on, you not have it going on, or it will straight blow this out of your hand, and it will almost like disintegrate into like pixie dust. Like, look, literally. And then it'll almost like fold back and stick to itself, and It's fun, but don't try to be predictable with it. So I'm just going to go ahead. So like I said, I've already rubbed the adhesive onto the ends of all these 6 drawers and waited the 30 to 60 minutes, which is so hard for my patients because I don't have any of that. And I'm just going to go ahead and one of my plain old chippy brushes that are on my Amazon store. And I'm just going to go ahead and it's as easy as this. Get ready for a little bit of mess because it does have a tendency to break up and float. And I'm just going to keep going with it. See, I've got a wind coming from my backside. And it'll just stick right to it and you rub off the residual. I mean, obviously you're going to have to vacuum when you're done because there's going to be pretty little pixie dust everywhere, but it's easy. It's predictable and unpredictable all at the same time. And it adds the prettiest little, dressy highlight to any piece. And I'm going to try to resave those parts. Try to reuse those later if they don't blow away. See, I don't like this because, I don't know, I just don't like doing it this way. I'd much rather spray the adhesive and be all messed from my hand. What do y'all think? Does this look fun to y'all? Hey, Jared. Does it matter what side you stick on the cabinet? I don't understand. Hey, Janine. Thank you. I don't know how I'm so ADD and bounce around. There is something very therapeutic about sitting out here with this drizzle and this nice weather. This is about the closest we get to a, cool winter. We won't get very cool, so it sure is a nice day to just sit out here and work. Especially considering I haven't worked in about a week. And I've got all kinds of pieces being picked up this weekend. What do you guys think of this? It's just scary because this isn't like putting paint on something and your paintbrush goes and you know exactly where it's going to go and how it's going to cover. It's a little bit scarier. And you would have to come back and seal this with metal leafing adhesive. Yeah, Debbie, it's a good way to come back to work. But you would have to come back and seal this with metal leaf adhesive. You wouldn't want to just come back and use any regular old sealer on it. So if you're just joining on, I'm going to show you again. Silver leafing. Of course, now I've touched the glue. But, so it comes in 100 sheets of each color, and each sheet is separated by a piece of paper. And there it is. And it is fine. And I've got this light breeze coming from my back, but if I shut this garage door with this humidity, I think it just sweat me out. So I don't want to shut the garage door. Plus then I wouldn't have good lighting. I probably waste more than I should. I probably waste more than other artists do, that's for sure. Honestly, I wish I had a slow-mo camera right now from this side so y'all could see this. This would be awesome in a boomerang video. And you're just going to wipe off the residual. It's absolutely not going to stick. Hey, Angie. Hey, Linda. Colors, please. So, of course, it's the two nightstands I was working on, which are Heirloom Traditions All-in-One in Stonehenge. I got up this morning and I had so many people comment about, wouldn't you rather, why not use wipe-on metal leafing adhesive instead of spray? So I went ahead and put on some wipe-on metal leafing adhesive. And, of course, you got those 30 to 60 minutes to wait for it to tacky up. So the hardware's right up here. I've refinished it in Rub and Buff in Silver Leaf. And in that time, because that took me a good 40 minutes, I sat down here and started on the, I turned on the camera and sat down here and started on the Silver Leaf. And then when I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and Shiva with y'all. And then I'll, turn the camera off. And then I'm going to put the hardware on. And take my after shots, and I'll be done with these two pieces. And the client's coming from Houston sometime in the next week or so. And these pretties will be done. And then I've got to get on a big executive detailed desk that is going to be Mediterranean. Like this last week of dental goings-ons set me back. I want y'all to see this up close. So I got 2 more drawers to go. And you'll have to watch the replay. I've used wipe-on adhesive off my Amazon influencer page. And the Shappy Metal Leafing 300 sheets. That's also on my Amazon. I mean, if you haven't learned by now, everything I use is on my Amazon page. I don't have anything on there that I haven't used and that I can't, answer your questions about. And I need to say, when I did the live of the refinishing of these nightstands, I sold so many quarts off my Amazon of this color of paint. I sold so many quarts of these, and I want to thank each one of you guys. You guys have lots of buying options. You can buy them straight from the manufacturer, straight from Heirloom Traditions. You can buy them from your own Amazon or someone else's Amazon, and that you chose to buy them from me. It just helps my small business and helps my family, and I just want each of y'all to know it really means a lot, and I appreciate it. It doesn't go unnoticed. I get so excited. I sit there and look at Amazon every day to see. I can tell when my words are making a difference. And I want to thank y'all for buying off my Amazon page. But the upside to buying from me is, like I said, there's not one thing on my page that I haven't owned or don't currently own or haven't used, and that listen, if I can't provide great customer service and answer any questions y'all might have and help you with your buying experience, then you shouldn't be buying from me. But the fact that I'm only listing stuff that I use, and that I'm more than willing to help anybody, you know, talk about, discuss colors, whatever, I feel like that's what I got to do to deserve the right to y'all buying from me. What do y'all think of this? This is the first one done. And I'm sure that, hey, Monica, Stonehenge, yes, ma'am. And I'm sure that the light is not exactly what I wish it were. But I've got the camera, and I can't, like, make it go on a different level mid-live. This is messy business, y'all. It is everywhere, and it's all in the drawers. But didn't that just add a pretty touch of pretty? Hey, Shar, thank you. And then I'm going to silver leaf all these details with y'all as soon as we're done. Let's move on to the next nightstand. Or how about y'all just stay there and I'll move everything over. Y'all, got my box of Shiva. Okay. I mean, you have a good mess to pick up when you're done using metal leafing. No doubt. I think if I'll not talk so much, I can maybe get this done. Hey, Sherry, thank you. Thank you, Anita. I think I can probably get this done faster if I'll just hush. See, I think I prefer the spray adhesive because it weighs it down on my hand. And it won't, thank you, Debbie, and it won't blow off my hand because it's weighted down by the weight of the spray adhesive, and it just sits on my hand, and I can just kind of, it's easier for me to do what I want with it. This is just handling the leafing, and I just find this more difficult. But you know, to find your niche, you really need to try both techniques and see what you like best. I just want it to be said that I showed y'all both. My guess from the comments of the last live is that much more people prefer to do it this way than with spray adhesive. But I always was a little bit different. I don't like not being able to see where that dadgum glue is either. Like, I can see it when I spray it onto the leafing, but I can't see it once it's whacked on here. I feel kind of like I'm shooting in the dark. I also feel like my big head's probably getting in y'all's way of the camera, so sorry about that. I made that look pretty fast, didn't I? I know I did. I made that look pretty fast. Linda, I'm 46 and I don't want to get off the floor. And honestly, I looked on Amazon thinking if I should add a stool, but it makes me kind of feel guilty adding stuff to my Amazon page that I don't know anything about, that I can't, like with testimony, say this was a great product, I use it every day. But this was a mechanic's chair. I mean, it is filthy and it has lived its day. That a friend, a retired mechanic, gave to me. But there are lots on Amazon, and there are some really good rated ones. I just didn't feel right adding them. I'd hate y'all to buy something that I told you to buy and then it not be good. Because I didn't use it. So don't forget that I said, if you metal leaf, you're going to have to come back and use a metal leaf. Hey, Pam. That you're going to have to come back and use a metal leaf sealer. I don't recommend just like going out and getting a can of regular old spray can clear coat and sealing it up. Linda, if you want me to post a chair, thank you, Deborah. I'm pretty rigorous about like before I buy stuff. Like I shop for the best deal. It's hard for me to spend a lot of money on things. I want a lot of bang for my buck, and it feels like less and less these days. That's what you get. But I looked at the chairs, and there's a lot of well-rated ones. And if you want me to, I will look through. It might take me a while because I'm not just going to post something. And I'll look through all the reviews and stuff, and I can post one for you. Watch, I'm going to blow this out in 2 seconds. Well, not 2 seconds, 2 minutes, but y'all, I'm having such a hard time not scratching my face. I think a mosquito just took like a slow Sunday stroll up my face. And I have bites all up my cheek. I don't know if y'all see, but seriously, like from here up to here, and then it walked across my forehead. And I just have like a million bites, and it's taken everything for me not to like gouge my eyes out and make my face bleed from itching. So did you guys see about my family date night Friday night? I had no idea. I have never left Waco. I just do not get out much. I mean, the kids are like 20, 12, 11, and 7, but I feel like for there for so long and Ryan working out of town, I don't know why. I just feel like forever I was pregnant or breastfeeding and just had absolutely no life and never went out. And I had no idea what the heck. I mean, obviously we're known for silos and the fixer-upper now, but I had no idea. Hey, Diantha, spider bites. I ain't playing, y'all. Do you see that? I know y'all don't want to see this up close in my face, but I'm just saying. Probably did. I had no idea. Y'all, if y'all are ever, if Waco, if Fixer Upper and Silos and HGTV is y'all's thing, and you're ever thinking of coming to Waco, I swear I've made the decision. I want y'all to look me up before you do it. Because y'all are missing so much. If you think that Waco is just about the silos and Magnolia Table, which by the way is like 10 minutes down the road, don't even want to leave my house on a cold, rainy Monday morning because the circle's going to be crazy because people don't know how to drive it because they're all trying to go to Magnolia Table. But we have so many, women's boutiques and junkin shops of painted and unpainted furniture. We have bars and piano bars and the old Waco Hippodrome. Ronnie Millsap was there last weekend, and it was April. I don't know what they are, but they're driving me nuts. Ronnie Millsap was at our Waco Hippodrome on last weekend, and they were sold out. Of course, Ronnie Millsap's not that, I'll admit, not that big a deal for me. I'm not even exactly sure what he sings, but I know that my mom was excited. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh, and old-fashioned candy stores, and, gosh, there's so much going on downtown. Like, it's almost occurred to me to, like, do live online. Hey, Cena. to do live online like tours of downtown Waco of our mom and shop and locally owned places that are not all Magnolia and fixer upper. I mean, granted, of course, you know, they have done wonders for our economy and our market, but I'm just absolutely floored by how much fun we had with the kids after school on Friday. And it was all stuff that's in my own backyard I didn't even know was here. It was like a staycation. I told Ryan the only other thing we could have should have done was like got a room at the Hilton down on the Riverwalk, because there was all kinds of stuff I had no idea. Hey Kelly. Hi Cena. Okay y'all, so essentially I'm done not done. There's obviously pixie dust flying everywhere. You know, considering when you're wiping on, I think that in using a wipe-on adhesive, it's so hard to judge exactly where that glue's going on, and it worries me then what the gold leaf's going to look like, and I worry about it being fair and balanced and looking like it even remotely goes together. But I actually think I did it pretty good. I've got a ton more wiping off and wiping down to do, and then I'll have a ton of vacuuming to do. And then I will still need to seal this metal leaf. So, I might look like I just got done, but I really didn't. And to go back and tell you again, there are mosquitoes flying all around me. To go back and tell y'all again, this is Heirloom Traditions all-in-one in Stonehenge with Chappie silver leafing squares applied with a wipe-on adhesive. I'm about to do some silver Shiva, and this is per the client. This is one of the last few remaining custom jobs I will ever do. Not exactly custom. She bought these from me, so I don't I don't know, commissioned, I don't know. I guess I don't know if I made that announcement before. I'm not going to do customs anymore. No more dropping off and picking up. No more. I hope this doesn't blow y'all's world. No more, especially if you're clients of mine, especially if you like shabby farmhouse, shabby chic. No more antique white, no more red. Thanks. Debbie, somebody told me that last night in HEB. I don't know. Does the sealer go only? Yes. Or do you extend it across the whole front of the drawer? No, I would not. I would not extend that. I would put it only on the silver leaf. Neighbors. Made me forget what I was saying. Why, Debbie? The pressure. Like, I stay booked out 6 months at a time. There is some, but not as much creative freedom as I would like. Now, you know you're always making money because they pay half up front, and they're booked out, they paid for it, they're not going to stand me up because they paid for their time. Dadgummit, y'all. I just silver leafed. This is why people say, why do you always wear gloves? This is why, because I just silver leafed my nail job. That's why. But it takes away the creative freedom. Like, I don't sit here and hold people's pieces and say, I'll get to them when I get to them, and I'll let you know when I'm done. Because I've got people right behind them waiting to use me to paint their stuff. So I have to keep it rolling. Like, weekly, I've got 3 pieces, or this week I've got 6 pieces, and it's just a constant turnaround. There are those people that will, let me leaf or use some of the really gorgeous bright colors, but over and all, it's just sort of like a solid color with some Shiva or some distress, and it's just very redundant. And I've done this since 2013, and I just kind of decided I kind of want to paint, and this is going to sound spoiled rotten, But I just kind of want to paint what I want to paint, how I want to paint it. I feel like I earned my stripes. I did years of nothing but antique white. Nothing but antique white. Because when I started, people didn't want me to paint their stuff. I didn't know what I was doing. It wasn't like this where somebody was telling me how to do stuff. It was like search and trial and error and hope somebody that here locally who was doing it and had been doing it would let me hang out with them. And maybe I'd learn a thing or two. But it was not like this where there were Facebook groups and stuff. Or maybe there was and I wasn't smart enough to look for it. But people didn't pay me to paint their stuff. Hey, Patty. I would paint everything antique white because that's neutral and that's what everybody likes. And it goes with everybody's stuff. And my gosh, you know, Fixer Upper hit the market. Everything was farmhouse. So it was a lot of years of antique white distress. And then I was in one of the junkin stores here and I was in this other like booth kind of place here. And of course, you know, after they take monthly rent and 30% or whatever, and you got to haul it down there. And I don't know. And it was hard. And so then I would just paint stuff antique white and put it straight onto my Facebook page, which at that time, my Facebook page had like, I don't know, you know, I probably sat at 100 or 200 forever. Because again, there weren't people out there telling you how to grow your Facebook business page. And, or I'd post them on the buy and sell groups of Facebook. But everything was antique white. I remember one time I wanted to do a blue and it reminded me of blue bonnets. And I'm going to tell you, it was a dresser and I thought it was so pretty. And I had it, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months. And like an 80-year-old lady saw it and it reminded her of cornflowers. And she bought it. But I was so happy to have sold something. And I'm not saying it was all white, but I will say it was like 90% all white. And I earned my stripes. And I don't want to paint white. And red for me is just not it doesn't do it for me. It paused, Kimberly. Do you know how many words I probably just spit out my mouth while that paused? I'm so sorry. And this is like a whole nother live if y'all want to talk this stuff. Shiva, I remember that you said, what are you going to seal with? And I'm obviously not going to seal the Stonehenge, but I'm going to seal the silver leaf with a spray metal leaf adhesive that is on my Amazon page. I always say that. I'm sorry. Sometimes I feel like a salesman, but everything I use is there. So y'all, let me show you this real quick. Let me get these brushes out of the way. I'm going to show y'all this real quick. And I did take before and after photos. And I will post them. But all this hardware was super black and super dark. And I used Rub and Buff in silver leaf. And it wouldn't get into those tiny cracks and crevices, so I just used a tiny artist brush and pushed it down between there. And as the name says, you rub and buff. I don't know, that's kind of cool. Maybe I should just go ahead and I probably should just go ahead and silver leaf the rest of my hands so they all match. Kind of looks kind of cool. Sorry, but here. Sorry, ADD. So I wanted to show y'all that. I did that while the silver leaf adhesive was tacking up. There is silver leaf stuff everywhere. So now my handy dandy gloves, because even though I've silver leafed my fingernail, my manicure, I do not want silver Shiva all over my actual skin and fingertips. Am I back on or am I still paused, y'all? Can somebody tell me how long I've rattled? Okay. So here's my little Shiva box. It doesn't look like I have issues yet, does it? Y'all see all that color down there. You know what would really be fun to use? This. This would really be fun to use. No, Debbie, these were ones that I owned, and it is a repeat client from Houston that I've done a ton of pieces for. She loves silver. She has never once in her life been boring. Valerie Briscoe, I call you out. She's awesome. And she, messaged me saying, you got any nightstands? And I was like, yep. And she said, how much? And I said, blank. And she bought them, and she actually bought them in May before I even went to Puerto Rico. Shoot, y'all. What's up? Like too many kids at home playing Fortnite. That's what it is. Here, I'll move over a little bit. Look at this one, y'all. Ooh. Oh, Linda, Coliseum is a white with a gray like undertone. Stonehenge to me is egregious gray. Coliseum is a ton whiter. Big difference. No comparison. So I just looked down in this box. I'm so sorry. Look at gold, and let me see what this is. I guarantee you this is like iridescent ultramarine blue or something. It's in that 15 pack I'm selling. But look at this. Look at gold and this blue together. Hey Tina, just on. Hey Elaine. Hey Patty. Suzanne, where was a box of 16? You sure it went a box of 15? Shiva. Look at the gold and the blue together. If y'all don't do it, I will. I'm trying to get through these few jobs. And Debbie, you keep asking me, you're asking questions, and I don't even know if I'm finishing answering you, and I'm sorry if I'm not, but the attention span is just so not good. But she bought them, and she said she wanted Stonehenge, which I was fine with, and then she said she wanted like some silver leaf and silver Shiva, and I was like, awesome, because I hadn't done this combo before. And so I was good with it. And then when I posted the photo like 4 weeks ago of me cleaning and organizing my garage, I had some old client say, hey, how much is that, or how much is that? And I was like, listen, ooh, Shiva, do something with both of them, please. And then make sure I see it, because it would be gorgeous. But, y'all, look at this. I gotta stop. Like red and copper. Oh, jeez. And anyway, I sold, like, I've got a big giant executive desk that a repeat client, well, she said she wanted to buy it, and the last thing I'd done for her was a farmhouse shabby chic white, solid white dining set. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, here is the price of it unpainted, here is the price of it painted by me, but if you want it painted by me, I will not paint it antique white or red. And I feel every time that comes out of my mouth, I feel like such a punk. Like that sounds so whatever. But I just have absolutely no desire right now at this moment in time to paint antique white or red. I have never enjoyed red. Ever. Unless it was barn red. I've never enjoyed red. But, so she's like Mediterranean blue with some black Shiva and gold Shiva. And I was like, sold. And then I had somebody that's been looking for a pair of nightstands forever. And I have a French provincial pair of nightstands. And honey, when last I painted for this woman, I painted hot pink and gold. So I knew she was going to be fun and that I would sell her some nightstands. And these nightstands are going to be a color called amethyst, which is purple. Hey, Lori, with gold. So, like, I'm trying to, and outside of that, I have so much sitting here behind y'all that I want to do, what I want to do, and I'm looking at, like, dressers and headboards and things and French provincial desk, and I know exactly what I want to do in my mind. I just got to get through these, like, 3 or 4 jobs where I told somebody, yes, I'll do that. So let me move these, and we will get to on the Shiva. Can y'all see the, Can y'all see the leaping just floating through the air, or is it just me? Let me grab my paper towels real fast. Okay. You know why? What the other good reason that it was a good day to just sit out here and do this is Ryan's been home for a week and a half. He came home from Puerto Rico. For those of you that don't know, my husband works in Puerto Rico. And he came home because of the few hurricanes that were coming through. And I'm just wiping any residual silver leafing off here. He came home, and then I had like that dental emergency thing. He had no idea he was signing up for that. And he just left this morning. Kind of makes me want to get a little teary, I'll be honest. He just left this morning to go back to Puerto Rico. And I'm always a little melancholy. Thank you, Sabrina. Patty, this is Stonehenge. But even after all this time, whenever he leaves, it's always a little bit hard. It doesn't get easier. Okay, so don't want to talk about that. Silver Shiva, pulled right out of my box, has Elaine. It is. I just sort of like I don't even want to be all touchy-feely kissy, because like if you touch me, I'm the kind of person, you touch me, I crack. Don't hug me, don't touch me, don't even come within 10 feet of me. And I'm just like, bye, bye. And I don't even want to watch him walk. But I'm gonna peel off, and I will be like sort of melancholy and funky the rest of the day. It's just the way it is. He tries to be brave. He's like, take the kids out for breakfast, and I'm like, just work. I may as well just work. I haven't worked this week anyway, and I'm having a ton more unexpected dental work done in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So I better get done what I need to get done. So y'all get ready. There will be another big blank when I like am sore and swollen and stuff. Thanks, Myrna. Hey, Linda. Okay, guys. I want to try to get y'all as close as I can, because there ain't nothing worse than watching a live and you can't even see what's going on. Let's go up here. And it's pretty easy because these details, I see these dadgum mosquitoes that want to suck me alive. These details are big details. So I just wiped it right on. Y'all should see the size of our Texas mosquitoes, no lie. Big. And I'm not doing it with any rhyme and reason. There is no place I'm trying to get it or not trying to get it. I just want it on. And see, I'm just sort of feeling it as I go. I didn't even know that I wanted to do that till I just saw it and decided that I wanted to do it. Can you guys see? Sorry. Can you guys see the pot? I mean, I think I've done so many pieces in this color, which is Stonehenge with gold. So many. I don't even think I've ever done Stonehenge without gold leaf, gold Shiva, gold something. No, ma'am, Lynn, you do not have to clear coat over the Shiva because it is an oil-based paint stick and it is self-sealing. I saw a bucket of new stuff. I don't know. I'm like burning the most ginormous citronella candle you ever saw right now. But I don't even think I've ever painted Stonehenge without gold. And so when she said silver, because these actually have granite tops, and I don't think she could have. She hasn't even seen these in person. She bought these on pictures I sent her, and I think she has actually totally nailed the colors for this without even seeing this granite in person. I think she picked the perfect stuff to go on it. You do not have to seal a Shiva. Now, there is no, normally, and dry time depends upon your climate, and normally for me, it's just a few hours. Melissa, for the, you're welcome, Lynn. Melissa, for the silver leaf, no, there is, well, I haven't attached any links yet. At the top of this post, I attached my Amazon page, and if you click on my Amazon page, I don't exactly know where it is in my list of things, but it says Shappy metal leafing sheets or something like that, and it's actually 300 sheets for, I think, $11 and something dollars, and it's 100 gold sheets, 100 silver sheets, and 100 rose gold sheets. Where do you get what, Lori? And you know, this is a fun thing about everybody gets so nervous about where to apply Shiva. Put it wherever you like. I'm just feeling it as it goes. I didn't know where I was going to put it when I started. I'm just, well, you know you're going to put it on the big details, but I'm just kind of following like instinct right this minute, and I'm rubbing it directly onto my hand, onto my finger, and then onto it in some places. And I'm just kind of guessing where I want it. Isn't that half the fun? The little stick, Sister Lori, you get this off my Amazon page. I don't think they're in Hobby Lobbies or anything like that. They're on, if you click shop now on my, can somebody throw a link up here? Hey, Miss Pat, write a link. Can somebody by any chance possibly like click on shop now, leave me for a minute, click on shop now on my page and get the link to my Amazon page and bring it back here? I would appreciate that. Y'all, I just got bit in the eyebrow, and now it's sitting here on this piece of furniture, and I can't slap it because I have silver on my hands. See, there's a creek running behind my house. Well, depending on how much water we have. So you guys see that side? Here. Let's get this more in the sun. And get y'all more where I feel like you can see. Thank you so much, Pam. You can get my Shiva sticks and the gold leaf on my Amazon page. Thank you so much. Thank you guys who were trying. I hate clicking off somebody's live and coming. But, well, shoot, I turned a little far, so I'm going to do this corner right here real quick. I feel like y'all are missing it. And I will tell y'all that I just got silver Shiva up on the granite. So, ladies have found lots of things that will get Shiva off. You want to get Shiva off quickly. If you have gotten it on somewhere you did not want it. And for me, my go-to is a Clorox wipe to wipe it back off where I didn't want it. Can y'all see? So, just rubbing the Shiva on and then rubbing it in with my hand. But normally this would dry in just a few hours for me here. But with this weather, there's no telling how long it's gonna take this to dry. But like I said, she's coming from Houston, and she hasn't even told me when yet, so that's okay. It's got a few days to dry. I'm sure she won't come in till the weekend, till a weekend anyway. And like I said, I'm just guessing where, as I go, where I even want the silver. But obviously, you know you want it on the big details. And for Lori a while ago, who was asking about the Shivas, if I had to recommend like a starter, or you don't want to spend a lot, but you want to try the Shiva, I would recommend the 3-pack mini pack that has the gold and silver. Kelly, you do have to seal silver leaf, and you have to, it's like a, how many peppers did Pepper pick? And you have to use metal leafing adhesive, not just a regular adhesive. So my Amazon page has, you know, in my the last time that I leave for y'all live, I used spray adhesive and I used a spray sealer. They're both on my Amazon page. This time I used a wipe-on adhesive, and there is a wipe-on sealer, but I will probably spray because that's what I prefer. But they're all on my page, but you do have to seal it. Okay. Boy, these are some big pieces, by the way, if y'all can't tell. So I'm just going to hush and work for a minute. You can either wipe the Shiva directly onto the piece, or you can wipe it onto the piece from your hands. Right now it's all over my fingers, so it really doesn't matter for me. I hope that y'all are being able to see this though. Like, I have so much, and these little sticks will last you a good long while. You should get several pieces done with a small Shiva stick. And you see, I don't even try to be like careful. I mean, you know, it just kind of flows right on. And if you happen to get it, well, definitively there are going to be places you don't want it to accidentally go to, but most of the time it doesn't matter. Just another pretty spot. Paper towel is not enough to wipe it back, by the way. I just got that, but didn't want y'all to think I was using it to wipe it off, because paper towel won't. Paper towel sort of you know, like Rub and Buff will wipe it, but it definitely is not going to wipe it back or rub it off. No, Mindy, you don't seal the Shiva stick. It is an oil-based paint, so it is self-sealing. It seals itself. Joanne, I hate to answer that question because I've never done it, and I hate to answer. Wait a second. Yes, I have. Yes, I've waxed over Shiva. I'm sorry. I meant Joan. Yeah, I've waxed over Shiva. Actually, the last piece I did on a live. Pat, I'm getting into everywhere that I think I want it. Like, especially up here. I mean, these pieces have so many details. And then, like, I'm going right here on this curve. And then I'm kind of hitting this right here. I'm just hitting it wherever I think I want it. Katie, I guess you could seal this Shiva stick with something. Like I said, I totally forgot I'd waxed on it. I don't like to, I don't like to even attempt to answer questions that I haven't done myself. But I forgot on that blue piece that I did 2 weeks ago that I did it in a 2-part live. I gel waxed over the Shiva. So you could wax over it. I believe Shauna Schultes has even polyed over it with a water-based poly. What do you think, guys? I see one thing I want to do. This is a little pull-out desk. Pull out, to put your drinks on. Thank you, Joan. You're so welcome. And I just this second decided I was going to do this. When I take my still photos, you guys are really going to be, I feel like I may not be in the best light. And silver on Stonehenge may not be the easiest thing to translate onto camera. But when I take my still photos, you guys, I think you'll much better be able to see what I've done and where I've done it. Like, I guess y'all can see I did this up here. And I did this over here. I don't know if y'all can see that right there. I guess you can. Katie, they are so much fun. They're so addicting. So let me turn this around. You notice I'm trying to be very careful. Thank you, Maria. I didn't pick it. My client did. Here, let's get this corner right here. So I think it's just going to be easier to put on my finger. Again, thank every one of you guys for following me and liking my page. And I don't think it gets said enough. For a little old business like me that just works out of my garage. Hi, Ryan. That would be my husband. If you'll rewatch this later, I was talking about you a while ago. Trying to avoid talking about the fact that you just went back to work. Thanks, Cynthia. But, I want to make sure you guys know that for just a girl like me who works out of her garage, every little, like, purchase on Amazon, every share of my page, every share of a live, every like, every kind word, like, it makes everything I do worth it, and I appreciate it. I mean, you probably don't think, what's the big deal if I share or whatever. It's a big deal. Gets the word out about my page. It it, you know, I mean, how often do you doubt yourself? And how many messages do I get? Oh, what color should I make this? Where should I put the Shiva? I'm so scared to try this. It's the exact same thing for me. Every kind word you guys say to me, every time you share my likes and I get like 38,000 reach or whatever, that's just like a boost to my ego and tells me that what I'm doing is something right, and it feels so good. Thanks for answering my questions while I'm rambling on. Did the live to not think about the husband, and I think thinking about the husband's making me all bleh. Donna, I just saw your PM to me, and Stonehenge, Heirloom Traditions, all in one, in Stonehenge. With the hardware refinished in silver leaf in rub and buff, and a wipe on metal leafing adhesive, and then metal leaf in silver leaf metal leafing, whatever. Hey Stephanie, you're late but you're here, that's all that matters. And then silver Shiva, and when I'm done, I feel like I kicked off on a ton of tangents today. I feel like I sort of tried to like push 4 lives into 1 live talking about too much, but it never occurs to me to just come on here not painting something and talk business. Hey Becky, Maria, I found it holds up, and if it makes you feel any, or if it will make you feel more comfortable, I think I just did. I did. Do y'all like it? Wouldn't bother me one bit to go to the store and get some clear help me spray paint, clear coat, and spray it on to protect it. It goes on wonderfully. Elaine, I've been addicted since I found it last summer. If you have just found it, welcome to the world. I'm almost done. These mosquitoes are swarming me. So I've silver leafed my nails. I have silver Shiva on my face. I have freaking bites of some sort all up my face. Welts. Somebody told me in the grocery store last night they thought I had poison ivy, and I'm like, I've never been allergic to poison ivy. I'm the only person in the house that can pull the poison ivy out of the gardening beds in the front. Maria, what about sealer? Am I going to seal these pieces? What are you asking? Okay, guys, I'm done with one nightstand. Yes, Stephanie, thank you. Can you Shiva over another Shiva color? Never. Linda, y'all know that video that went crazy on Facebook of that little boy saying, Linda. That's what I feel like right now. Where have you been? Yes. Oh. Yes. Look at these stunning blue chests that I did. And on those drawers is Shiva in gold, copper, ultramarine blue, a green, and a red. Absolutely, Linda. Let me see, Maria. What did you say? I was trying to help you come up with a word. Thanks. I need all the help I can get. That's it, Elaine. Oh my God, I love it when y'all are like helping me answer questions. I think I am. I was gonna go ahead and Shiva that one, but like I feel like I gotta go in and put something on my face before I just like claw myself to death. Again, like I say every time, I appreciate y'all sitting here and having the patience to listen to me ramble. I'm gonna finish this up. And obviously the Shiva probably will not be cured today, but I'm still going to put them back together and probably take my still shots unless it gets any darker. But try to take my still shots and my shots with all the products I used on them. I appreciate y'all sharing the page, and I appreciate every time you purchase any product from me on my Amazon page. I get a small kickback. I'm required to say that. Still can't figure out how much it is. But I appreciate that a lot. It helps me. You guys have any questions on any of the products, y'all feel free to ask me, because you know that I will try to answer every one of them. Thank y'all so much. Have a great Sunday. Bye.